What's up guys, it's Sam here, and today I just didn't really prepare for this video, but it's something that needs to be addressed, and it's something that you're all probably seeing if you basically watch the stock market at all. And if you're interested in Facebook, you're definitely seeing the collapse that is happening there. It's absolutely crazy. So this is the biggest one-day loss of any corporation in history. So over $200 billion has been wiped off Facebook's market cap in one day as a result of their earnings report that came out last night. So you might be wondering, why is this happening? And it's dragging all the social media kind of stocks down. You've got Snapchat down nearly over 20%, Pinterest down as well, Twitter down, all on the back of Facebook. And interestingly enough, you're also seeing Amazon down nearly 7% as well, which is absolutely crazy. So just a bit of why this is happening. It's a crazy day of losses. It's not really seen, and this is just basically if you're trying to think to yourself now, is this the start of something more? Should we be taking our money maybe out of these big tech names? Is the growth going to start slowing down? And that is kind of what Facebook have said. So Facebook, they basically they didn't have a bad quarter on revenue wise. So basically, Facebook came in with 33.7 billion, which is a 21% year-over-year increase, which that's pretty good. The earnings per share for the period actually decreased 5% year-over-year, so $3 to $3.67, missing a forecast of $3.84. So what I mentioned possibly in a previous video, where I said people are looking now for stocks with earnings, and if a company as big as Facebook is seen to miss on the earnings that they do, this is potentially a bad thing for them. So if they're missing there by it's quite a small percentage wise, but look, these companies, the big tech names, are always priced to be basically perfect. They need to be the market setters, the trend setters. These companies always need to be basically ahead of the curve. So Facebook has basically warned that they were going to have issues, and this is in light of Apple's iOS tracking update. So basically, this users can opt in or out on iOS devices, basically to have their data tracked by Facebook to obviously make more targeted ads and all that kind of stuff. And this apparently and roughly has cost Facebook around 10 billion in revenue last year, which is crazy. It's a crazy amount of money that just Apple making changes to their policies has caused for Facebook. So also, one of the other things is a major amount of money has been spent on going to the Metaverse. So the Metaverse obviously is going to be a main focus of Facebook, as they've obviously changed their name to Meta. So this is, this has cost Facebook nearly 10 billion last year. Basically on a revenue of only 2 billion and losses of around 10 billion. So the transition to the Metaverse is not going to be cheap for Facebook, and they've also warned as well as of slowing growth for this year. So people were expecting them to grow 17-18% for 2022. Now they're basically saying they will grow around 7 to 10%, which is quite a significant drop. And basically, the market doesn't like this. It doesn't like it at all. People, and it's not the retail investors that are selling Facebook. These are hedge funds that are dumping this stock, and they're wiping out the value of it, just because the forecasts were not very, very, very good. But things that we taken into consideration, Facebook is not going anywhere. They still have 1.9 billion users basically on a daily basis. This was another thing that came up, and they actually had a decrease in active monthly users for the first time in their history. So Facebook is now seeing competition rising up towards them. You've got TikTok, even things like Snapchat. They're all basically catching up to Facebook. There's alternatives to Facebook. and they're now starting to see that they're not the almighty giant in the social media space. But this transition to the metaverse is going to be a very, very costly thing for them. It's going to cost them an awful lot of money. So there's fears now that Facebook could potentially become a low growth stock, could become dead money for the foreseeable future. So these things are all to consider. So look, Facebook, it is a great company. It's very well ran, but they do have a good few headwinds coming up in the next few years, and they're definitely something to be considered. So I just wanted to touch what was actually going on with Facebook and why it is dragging down the rest of the market. I hope you kind of found this insightful, and hopefully you're not a Facebook shareholder today and getting hurt massively too. So guys, look, I just want to touch on that very, very briefly. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you kind of got up to date with what's going on with Facebook. And look, I will see you in the next one. And hopefully we'll have a bit better news to go. Thanks, guys.